Gilbert.
Gilbert, my main man. Siya ang nagbibigay sa atin ng mga numero. Nice feed.
Fourth quarter na tayo. Sa loob, Carl Bringas, supply ditong quarter scoring natin. Yung first quarter pa lang kasi. Things getting a bit chippy here. Someone got teed up.
I didn't see what happened right there.
Wow.
Oh, that's on JC. What happened there? He got that rebound. Ball got tapped.
Yun nga eh.
Because he complained. Pero bola. It was all ball on that tap.
I thought that was a quick technical though.
Yeah, ang bilis. Masyado mabilis. That's right.
I mean, you saw him vehemently protest immediately, but
it's a turnover.
So ano ba yun? Ball
don't lie. That's what I wanted to say. Ball don't lie.
Sa Tagalog, hindi nagsisinungaling ang bola.
Mismo. Ika nga ng ating mga kalaro.
Chadi Rangel fails to make that three-point shot. Duboze spinning into trouble, but apparently able to draw a foul.
A good thing he was able to get that contact. He actually I felt too deep under the rim as he made that shot attempt. 27 points down. This is the part of the game na ako personally I thought this was going to be a little bit closer than where it is right now, and this really happened because of the early struggles in the first quarter of Bacolod. They really rarely got a field goal in that first.
Duboze, alam mo naman magtito sila ni Aldave Canoy, di ba? Hindi mo alam?
Talaga?
Magtito nga sila.
Hindi ko alam yun.
Oo.
Nakakasama ko si Boss Fidel pero hindi ko ma-recall na na-mention yun.
Nakakwentuhan ko kasi yung dalawa eh. I think dito rin yun eh. Nakalimutan ko lang sino ba yung kalaban nila dito.
Talaga? That's interesting.
One of their first few games in the season.
Oh, nice.
Pastias. Duboze switching hands and scoring his first field goal in an impressive fashion.
What a finish. Mark Duboze. I know we'll see that again. Bang klase yun.
77-53. Alfred Flores, Tutoy Ramirez, Jael Capulong, Jamil Cabawan, and Rinwell Yambing.
That's the right pass.
Flores' pass was read well by Mark Duboze. Nakapuelo pero supalpal, inabot ni Ajay kay Capulong.
This game never runs out of highlight reels.
Alam mo dito sa Orion, hindi nawawalan ng highlight reels.
Totoo.
At ito pa, Mark Duboze, naipasok yung tira.
I'd have to agree with you on that, Ken. Even as I watch you on you and whoever's covering with you here, most parts sila Javi, no? I see a lot of the highlight plays here.
Kagaya na lang nito, si Duboze, nabangga pa. Diba halos pababa na, tapos naipasok pa yung tira.
At saka ito, there's really just no quit in Mark Duboze.
Ayo.
How can you not admire this guy? Ang dami nilang games, di ba?
Alam mo bakit? Mamaya ikikwento ko yan, no? Pero meron tayong timeout. With 8 minutes and 14 seconds left, Bataan still ahead by 21 points. Our player matchup, Mark Duboze, 11 points, 3 rebounds. Robbie Darang, 6 points, 3 assists. Pero sa Bataan kasi, sari-saring mga manlalaro yung nagko-contribute para sa kanila.
Yeah, tsaka si Robbie Darang's really been more of an assist guy dito sa Bataan Risers, and pretty much consistent dun sa matchup natin kanina, scoring, dun mo makikita ang advantage ni Mark Dubois, pero really because of assignments, dun nagkakaiba itong si Mark at si Robbie Darang.
Kickball. You alluded to earlier na si Mark Dubois, despite the score, parang no quit, di ba?
Correct.
Di ba? Well, just to share you his story. So he played for La Consolacion College, Bacolod, under Coach Richie Militante. And initially, nag-try out yan, pero hindi yan napili agad. As Tom Vera missing on a free. Shot clock violation, ha? Laban dito sa Bataan. So, ball will go back to Bacolod. But just going back to my story, hindi siya natanggap agad. But still remained in practice with the team until he finally got his break. And of all games that they had, it was in a exhibition game of La Consolacion Bacolod versus STI West Negros back in 2019. Naalala niya nun, lamang na yung kalaban, yung STI, ng 24 points. Tapos, pinasok lang siya ni Coach Richie. And he provided a spark, and they were able to cut that lead down to 5 points. And that really left an impression to Coach Richie that eventually, sabi niya, pasok na ita sa lineup, and the rest is history. He went on and had a very stellar career in Bacolod.
Wow. What a story that was. And tsaka magic bunot siya lumalabas.
Oo.
Diba?
Parang di naman siya kasali dun eh.
Oo.
Eh sabi ni Coach, tambak na tayo, subukan natin tong batang to. Eh yun, nag-perform.
Right.
And sometimes that's all you need.
That is right. You gotta love how that compete side of Mark Dubois has taken him to where he is now. And totoo naman yun. I mean, if you start off with that La Consolacion game against STI and you fast forward to here right now, it still is the same Mark Dubois.
And then, yung binabanggit ko sa'yo, walang nakakaalam sa pamilya niya nung una siyang pumunta dito na nasa MPBL na siya, except his father, who was an avid basketball fan.
Pleasantly surprised.
Oo. Parang napanood na lang yata nila siya one time dito sa MPBL eh. And here he is, despite their losing record, has certainly been one of the most pleasant surprises this season.
You know what's fascinating about the MPBL? Sure, every game you see these guys put the ball on the floor, play with a lot of energy, trying to compete. But it's the human side. There's the story behind the player that really inspiring. I recall before when they made a feature on the Twins, you see Mark Dubois right now trying to finish this off. And he knew it. He knew it. He could have finished it off. And sorry siya kay
Pinasa pa eh.
Kay JC.
Sa akin, Coach Pao.
Yes. And to me, that speaks highly of Mark. See this right here. He was off to the races. He knew that he had some JC Ajay on the other end. And turo agad sa coach. That to me is commitment as a player. Understanding your role and, nagkamali ka, sorry ka.
Sa isa pang kwento ko dyan, naalala mo si Marky. He was with Bacolod before. Back in season 4 with Coach Alex Angeles. And naimbitahan si Mark Dubois na mag-try out sa St. Clair. So during his time there, ang tanging kasama niya, yung team ng Bacolod. So doon siya nakikitulog. Kung saan natutulog yung Bacolod,
doon rin siya.
Kaya lang, nagkaroon ng home game yung Bacolod sa MPBL. I think Nueva Ecija pa yata kalaban nila nun eh. Kung di ako nagkakamali. As JC Ajay will troop to the line for 2 free throws. Itong free throw na ito, atid sa atin na Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. And it ended up, Coach Mike, na kinailangan niya umuwi. Kasi nga, wala na siyang tutuluyan. Nakikituloy lang siya sa Bacolod. So, wala. No choice siya. Umuwi na siya. Pero yun nga, yun yung isang time na naipagsapalagan siya sa Manila. It did not pan out, but it did not stop him from panning out a career here. Bataan is scoreless in the last 3 minutes. That's why Bacolod has managed to trim the gap to 17 points.
This is actually a good run for the Bacolod Tubo Slashers. And so habang pinagkukwentuhan natin story ni Mark DeBrosay, talagang bumalik rin itong Bacolod Tubo Slashers. Another missed right there and a good defensive rebound.
Wala pa rin puntos ha. Kung Bataan, napako na sila dito. Just 1 point here in the fourth quarter.
That's right.
10-1 run for the Bacolod Tubo Slashers. Adjei will take the free. Short. Kani with a rebound. There's still some slight hope here for Bacolod as we approach the halfway point of the fourth quarter.
This zone has slowed down.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
Oops! Nagkabuhol yung Rafi Octobre at Miles Canyal. Wala lang yan.
Wala lang yan. That's okay. I was gonna say that this zone has slowed down, pero ang ganda ng pagkaka-screen ni Rafi Octubre as Miles Canyal, which is pretty much one of the plays that coaches use against the zone. You try and pin down or screen that middle guy and allow the next man closest to cut that side of the floor.
The basket will come. There's a foul and a bonus free throw coming up. And wait lang, ito. Nagreklamo si Miles Canyal kay Edmar Avis. Sakit yun, no? Pamatay momentum
Yes.
I mean, you were doing so well. You've managed to stop Bataan. This is their first field goal and we're almost 5 minutes in. It's just that they dug themselves deep of a hole already, that they're down by 20. Let's go courtside to Miss Andrea Andicio.
Mitchell Minas talked about wanting to be more consistent for his team now that they are within the cut for the play, and he's trying to work on his maturity. With that being said, andyan daw ang mga tumutulong at gumagabay sa kanya in this matter. Yan ay sina Yves Sazon at Jamil Gabawan, ang kanilang dalawang kapitana. Kwento nga sa akin ni Jamil, he makes sure to check in on all of his teammates. Bilang veterano, kuya, kapitan, hindi lamang dapat kontrolado mo sila, dapat kilala mo sila. You know what they feel because they greatly affects how they perform. Magbabalik po ang MPBL.
Huling laro ng Bataan, kalaban nilang Val City Magic. Ang alam ko dito rin yan sa Orion on September 24.
And that's going to be very important for Bataan, as you definitely would want to close out your season strong. Sure, nandun ka na sa 9 and 10, pero you want to end with a couple of wins. Another good drive right there. So far, Mark Barreras, that's Aldave Canoy, able to sneak in and get that basket amidst that defense.
Yun yung gusto mong makita kay Aldave Canoy. Yung assertiveness niya sa opensa. Kasi nga may pyesa siya He is very long, very versatile.
Yeah, you also have to give credit to yung screen ni Miles Canyal. Villanueva rather.
Field goal shooting, maalat para sa Bataan. 14.3% compared to 44.4% para sa Bacolod. Robbie Darang can't hit the jumper. Slither of hope still for Bacolod. Canoy, another foul drawn by the former STI West Negros and UST product.
Okay, ikaw naman talaga ang Bacolod. That's what really you have to do. You got to stay aggressive in attacking the lane, especially if you see an opportunity. And right now, the energy has slowed down.
Si Aldave Canoy, dami ning dinaanan na schools niyan LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL.
And so they bring back Chris Javier I'd like to correct myself earlier. He actually that was only his 4th foul earlier.
2 for 2 at the line for Aldave Canoy. 9 points. Also helped Colegio de Santa Ana de Victoria's win 4 titles or their 4th straight title sa kanilang liga doon. Jamil Gabawan lumusot at may foul na tinawag laban sa Bacolod. Foul against si Jeric Villanueva. There's a challenge by Coach Pao Javelon. Let's see here if he will win this one. Tingin niya, walang foul dun. Nagipag-diskusyon siya sa ating game officials. We'll be right back for the result of this challenge.
The Bacolod's challenge was successful. There was no foul. Retained possession by One Bataan Risers, Camayo Coast.
Successful challenge from Coach Pao Javelon. So, yeah.
Yeah, wala nga naman. Malinis. So it'll be a baseline throw-in for the Bataan Risers.
First 14 for Bataan. The pass to Sason. Layup won't work. Scoop shot yun, Buhay pa ang Bacolod dito. 4 na minuto na lalabi sa ating pang-4 na yugto. Canoy. Galing niya sa ikot na yan This time, setting up Jeric Villanueva inside.
And that defense kept moving with him. And so kung saan siya pumupunta, sunod lang na sunod yung depensa. And so he's able to elude them. And he's got a right look to dish it off over to Villanueva.
Robbie Darang, free, won't work. Rebound. Ends
Nice
up
pass.
with Barrera, who blows an opportunity, but they thought there was a foul that was not called.
Dumulas yung bola sa kamay ni Mark doon.
Chris Xavier short. In traffic, Jamil Gabawan kicks it out. Humihit si Chris Xavier. Up fake, up and under, short. Offensive rebounds have been a worthy adversary para dito sa Bataan. 3-point shot, Hubert Cani has been money from those corners. 3-pointers galing dito kay Hubert Cani.
He's got 11 in the game. What a 3 by Hubert Cani.
And Bataan will slow things down here.
And you know, one thing that I do like about these changes on the movement of Bataan Risers, and that's a travel right there. A couple of things. No? One, we talked about JL Capulong moving off ball.
Ang free to win shot na ito, it's at an extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
But first, we talk about JL Capulong moving off ball instead of posting him up. The second, it's really Hubert Cani being relegated from a point guard to a shooter holding those corner threes. And it has allowed the game to be so much easier, especially for Hubert Cani holding that corner. What a drive.
JC Ache lays it in. Lead down to 16. But time ticking away from Bacolod here. Last 2 minutes of the ball game. Touch passing, Gabawan, Chris
Nice
Xavier, nice pivot move.
Nice fake.
And probably the cherry on top para dito sa One Bataan Risers. As a timeout requested here by Bacolod.
When you're a guard, you're always taught that when you receive the ball, you gotta be able to play on both feet. footwork action negates every advantage of a big man. But if it's a big man doing that right in there, it's even more dangerous.
Back with us here at the Orion Sports Complex dito po sa Kamalig. Always a fun experience. Alam mo, first time ko may experience, Coach Mike, na nakaka-sweater ako dito. Ibang klase yung hanging probinsya eh.
Oo nga. Diyan ako nagkamali. Hindi ako nagdala ng jacket.
Di ba?
I have to keep one always in my
Hindi mo pwedeng i-assume na hindi mo kailangan ng jacket dito.
No, okay na. I got it, bro. Magdadala na ako next time.
Sige, next time, Coach Mike, ha? 86-70.
But you know what? In as much as this might be this is an impending win for Bataan. First, you gotta give props to Bataan for all the adjustments that they made. But Bacolod continues to compete right here.
Aldev Canoy soars and scores.
Down to 14. Might still have a chance here.
14-point lead. Oops. Tubose called for that foul. Napakamot si Kuya Mark. Kuya Mark.
Yan sinasabi ng mga kaibigan ko na kamot sa hindi Makate.
Pero hindi ba penalty ang Bacolod, ha?
Yes. Pero alam mo, I was gonna say na the challenge really, the tough part really was starting this game for Bacolod. Finding a way to score from the field. That's the story pretty much. And doon na talaga sila nahirapan. Imagine, it was 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. Well, I recall na isa pa lang yung field goal nila. If not for that, tip in by Villanueva of that pass by Pastias, and I forgot the other field goal that they had. They ended the first quarter with just 3 field goals. And their scores other than that have really come from the free throw. I think they had, 6 points from the free throw in the first quarter. And that really has been that slow start that cost them this huge deficit, which they've been trying to battle and trying to cut on, pero laki na nung advantage para sa Bataan.
Bataan Risers number 7, Hubert Cani, for unsportsmanlike behavior.
Okay.
Fourth foul on
So
Hubert Cani.
Will be called with a technical foul.
For unsportsmanlike.
Yeah.
See this here, that bump. They got the second one. There was a third one.
May second motion kasi.
Second motion. That left arm. Sabi na nga natin kanina, there's no quit in this guy right here on the line, and Mark Dubose. For all you players out there, see the effort in Mark Dubose. When you talk of not looking at the scoreboard and playing each possession at a time, that's what that guy's been doing. Mark Dubose.
13-point lead. The Bacolod Tubo Slashers are trying to homer haul. It's down to 10 after that free by Kenneth Malazarte.
No, this is not over yet. Bataan Risers gotta be mindful of this effort by Bacolod.
Tubose really hounding Hubert Cani. Pass to Alfred Flores, sidestep. Pass a bit too tight. Flores, the dagger, the three-point shot. Aldev Canoy, not even close.
Yeah, that should do it. But again, constant ball and man movement. 34 assists for Bataan Risers versus that of only 14 for Bacolod. In the first half, Bataan Risers already had 22 assists versus that of only 4 for Bacolod. That to me has been the difference. Another one incoming, that shot will miss though.
And credit Bacolod, they tried and tried, especially this guy.